Come, let us explore how meditation masters cut intrusive thoughts. Together, let us relaxingly recite this 18th passage of Prahe Vajra's vast expanse of the diamond-like mind. Let us recite this 4 times. The equality that is freedom from thought is the Dharmakaya, non-graspable as the moon's reflection on water. Awareness, Samantabhadra, like energy, manifestation is as profoundly displayed as the vowels and consonants of speech. Like the ah and the beautiful ta, the pa and the emanated branches, in the sphere of experience of the whole world, the profound voice of the Buddha arises. Okay, so we're going to begin with the top. As I've mentioned previously, Sturgeon's law reminds us that 90% of everything sucks, and that suckiness could look like Yang's religious or irreligious patriarchy. It's described by being rigid, fearful, superstitious, controlling, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel. So upon this path, this rigid, fearful, controlling path, we tend to fear our own mind. We fear our perceptions, emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings. When I met with Bakatoku, so many decades ago, I lamented that after studying for years, studying Madhyamaka for years, the philosophy of Madhyamaka for years, I still could not apply. I could apply it contemplatively, but not viscerally. When I told him this, he laughed and then explained that every time we relax in harmony with our exhalation, we are already wired to experience that which we noticed during our previous inhalation as if it was as non-graspable as a vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky and a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although could be tantalizing to the eye, is non-graspable to the hand. Emptiness is not literal, it's figurative. It is understood not intellectually, but viscerally. And it's the opportunity to experience it is as close as our next exhalation. Therefore, whatever we perceive, emote, intend, reason, recall, or imagine, be it external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque, we can still relax and release. Now, that doesn't get rid of its presence. It could come flooding back during our next inhalation, but it could stop its tyranny. It could prevent that which we perceive, emote, intend, reason, recall, and imagine from controlling our choices and utterances and deeds as if we were marionettes dancing on a string. This mindfulness and meditation that helps us to notice and release can help our centered spontaneity, no, not our scattered spontaneity, not our contrivance, but our centered spontaneity, to control our choices, utterances, and deeds. Something will control them. The best thing that could control them is centered spontaneity. And the fount of centered spontaneity is the regular, authentic practice of mindfulness and meditation. In view of that freedom offered to us by our relaxing exhalation, we are free to notice whatever metaphorically cartwheels across the stage of our mind. That is why we read, awareness is Samantabhadra-like energy. So Samantabhadra could translate as all good one. So if that which we notice smacks or drips or rhymes with Samantabhadra-like energy, what it means is that it's all good. Even if it's painful, even if it's grotesque, even if it's boring, it's all good because it feeds our process of noticing and releasing, which is the dynamo that drives the Buddha's metaphoric enlightenment machine. So we live in a world where people talk, where people communicate. We communicate non-verbally, we communicate verbally. We communicate in person, we communicate over our phones, we communicate over social media. Communication abounds. We also communicate in print. And all that communication is as we breathe in and notice it, it is profoundly resounding, either literally or figuratively. But as we relax into our exhalation, those exact same communications could feel as non-graspable as a vast empty void, as non-graspable as the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although is tantalizing to the eye, is non-graspable to the hand. And therefore we say, just as language is resounding yet void, so are all the perceptions, emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings we are wired to notice. And then in the next passage, it just gives an example, like the ah, and the beautiful ta, and the pa, and the emanated branches. In the sphere of experience of the whole world, the profound voice of the Buddha arises. In this context, what is the voice of the Buddha? It is resounding yet void. So think of it this way. Some guy can flip you off in traffic. They can curse you, your parents, your descendants, your neighbors. Rah, 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 rah. And we can perceive that quite clearly as we breathe in. But as we relax into our exhalation, those malicious words of ill intent can become as non-graspable as letters comprised only of light. And in that visceral recognition, not a belief, not an understanding, but the actual experience that comes from practicing awareness and release in harmony with our inhalation and exhalation, even the most malicious of words could become as beneficial as a Buddha, as the blessings uttered by a Buddha. Now that we have a pretty good bead on what's going on, let's recite these two passages an additional 3 repetitions. The equality that is freedom from the tyranny of thought is the Dharmakaya, non-graspable as the moon's reflection on water. One moment. So, Dharmakaya, or truth body, is a metaphor for the mastery of awareness and release. The equality that is freedom from the tyranny of thought is like the Dharmakaya, non-graspable as the moon's reflection on water. A fun experiment we can do the next time the weather is warm and there's a full moon is we can take a basin and fill it with water and put it in our backyard. And when we see the moon reflected in it, we can use our thumb and our index finger to reach into the water and try to pluck out the reflection. And we will have the visceral experience that even though it is appearing to our eyes, it is intangible to our thumb and forefinger. Together. Awareness is Samanthabandhara like energy manifestation is as profoundly displayed as the vowels and consonants of speech, like the an, the beautiful ta, the pa, and the emanated branches in the sphere of experience of the whole world. The profound voice of the Buddha arises. Some people say, well, you know, there's certain syllables have magic powers, and every syllable has a certain sound, and the sound can affect our body in different ways. But the real magic of any sound is awareness and release, is that sound is resounding, yet void. The equality that is freedom from the tyranny of thought is like the Dharmakaya, non-graspable as the moon's reflection on water. I'm going to hit home and bold and semicolon. Let's make that a lowercase t. Let's see if that still fits. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Awareness is Samantarbandhara like energy manifestation is as profoundly displayed as the vowels and consonants of speech. Like the an, the beautiful ta, the pa, the emanated branches in the sphere of experience of the whole world, the profound voice of the Buddha arises. We come now to our final repetition. Let's make it count. The equality that is freedom from the tyranny of thought is like the Dharmakaya, non-graspable as the moon's reflection on water. Awareness is Samanthabandhara like energy manifestation is as profoundly displayed as the vowels and consonants of speech. Like the an, the beautiful ta, the pa, and the emanated branches in the sphere of experience of the whole world, the profound voice of the Buddha arises. Having completed our opening lesson, let us now shift gears. It is Rey Skywalker Sunday morning. Come, let's meditate like a Jedi after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is the Dzogchen Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers, just like you. So what I'd like to do right quick is shift gears and bring us to the latest iteration of Diamond-like Mind Mantra Meditation. Excuse me? Okay, here we go. We're going to explore impermanence and interdependence, the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. We're going to do so using similes and metaphors because we evolved to think symbolically. Together, let's chant. All circumstances. Oopsie, I made a mistake. Let's go back over here. Upon the tip of our left index finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base, the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the crown region of our head. Together. All circumstances or laws could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. What we're going to do is divide the silent and mental recitation of the 6-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted between our inhalation and our exhalation. On the tip of our left ring finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the navel region of our mid-abdomen. Together. All bodies or forms could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this interpersonal communication or speech. Upon the tips of each of our left fingers, we could rest the great knuckles at the base of each of our right fingers, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the throat region of our neck. Together. All interpersonal communication or speech could be as impermanent and interdependent as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could telepathically absorb into this mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here we go. Upon the tip of our left middle finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite the real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the heart region of our chest. Together. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although tantalizing to the eye, could be non-graspable to the hand. We now turn our attention to compassion's cooldown. Rather than indulge or controlling tendencies with all follies of active visual... Oh, second thought, let's go back over here. Let's rest. So, as we breathe in and silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this, we can notice mind's antics. And as we physically relax during our exhalation, we can relax into mind's non-graspable nature. rather than industrial controlling tendencies with all bodies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief. We could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors for statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Let's chant an explanation of this 6-syllable mantra. Om, I invoke the Vajra diamond-like strength of a sattva mind well-trained, supplicating with whom may awareness and release be mastered by all. So what follows is not a prayer to a real or imagined entity. It is simply we're simply using words to guide our own intention. And of course we're going to use similes, figures of speech, because that is how we are wired. Together. May all minds of all beings know possess the joyful enlightenment, symbolized by a one-syllable Siro Bija mantra. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the 6-syllable synopsis of our loving wish. During our exhalation, we can physically relax and mentally release as we strive to chant 4 repetitions of this 6-syllable mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. If this is your first time hanging out with me, please give yourself permission to have a learning curve. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. As we feel the air enter our nostrils, we could notice mind's antics of perception, emotion, intention, reason, recall, and imagination. As we relax into our exhalation, we could, or I should say, as we savor our exhalation, we could relax into mind's non-graspable nature. One moment, if you please. Insert. Copy. I do appreciate your patience. Thank you very much. Upon the tips of each of our left fingers, we could rest the great knuckles at the base of our right fingers, palms up in our lap. Doing so could gently invite our real or imagined subtle energies to automatically coalesce at the throat region of our neck. Together, may each being's experience of the interpersonal speech now possess the peaceful love symbolized by a multisyllabic horizontal mantra. Okay, so during our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the 6-syllable synopsis of our loving wish. During our exhalation, we can physically relax as best we can while striving to recite this 6-syllable mantra 4 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, 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 Om Vajra Sarvahum, Om Vajra Sarvahum. Om Vajra Sarvahum, Om Vajra Sarvahum, Om Vajra Sarvahum, Om Vajra Sarvahum. All right. Okay, that's confusing. Let's go back over here. Okay. All right. Upon the tip of our left ring finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right ring finger, palms up in our lap. May all monies, oopsie, one moment. Okay. May all bodies or forms of all beings know possess great health, symbolized by the enlightened archetype Yadam Dorje Samba Vajra Alpha or Diamond Mind. Om Vajra Sattva 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 Om Vajra Sattva. Okay. Upon the tip of our left index finger, we could rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger, palms up in our lap. May all circumstances or lots of all beings know possess very good fortune or boon. Symbolized by the mythic paradise per land or party of a real or imagined boon time. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 9 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class as well as group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.